Good morning, everyone. It's Michelle Hill with Southern Inspirations. Happy Monday. Here we are again. It's 7 a.m. on a Monday morning, and it's time for Monday Morning Huddle with Dr. Dawn Hamby, Dr. Dawn Shop Talk. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you on this April 20th Monday morning?
Well, we love a Monday, so I'm doing great, especially since I've got my coffee with me.
Yes, yours says strong and beautiful, and mine says good morning. I think perfect screenshot. Yeah. So y'all, we are back. As you know, if you've been following along the last 2 weeks, Dr. Dawn Hamby offered her top 5 tips for working from home. And I'm in about week number 6. Those of us who started around that March 11th, March 12th timeline, we're now entering somewhere in that 5th or 6th week. And it's been slow, but it's also been like, wow, it's flown by all at the same time. And so tips I know have certainly helped me be prepared and productive and efficient. So today we are going to dive into that prep part, and that doesn't begin on Monday morning, right, Dawn?
Absolutely. You don't want to start prepping for Monday on Monday morning. Not at all. You want to be thinking about Monday on Sunday, and that's what we're going to be talking about today.
That's right, because as we know from last week, anything can happen, particularly in a live world. And so the more that you can do to be prepared on Sunday for those unknowns, and potentially probably have a plan B at times too. Mm-hmm. We're going to dive right in to getting prepared on a Sunday to have just the most fabulous Monday that you can. And I think you say that it can be pretty simple, right?
Absolutely. In my opinion, getting ready for Monday is as simple as 1, 2, 3. That's how I think about it, because I think there's just 3 key steps on starting your week off on the right foot, but not waiting till Monday morning to do that. Who wants to start their Monday trying to just kind of figure out, oh gosh, what did I do on Friday? What was that one thing? So I think it's as simple as 1, 2, 3. And number 1 is to kind of think about that to-do list. One of the first things I do when I leave the office is on Friday, I know that work is still fresh on my mind. I'm wrapping up the day. I'm getting ready for the weekend. So one of the first things I do is I list my top 3 priorities that I want to get to on Monday, but I'm not going to wait till Monday morning to do that. I'm going to put that on my to-do list Friday afternoon while everything is fresh. That way, when I get to the office on Monday, you guys might remember last week we talked about you don't want an email to be the very first thing that you think about. You want to think about, what did I say my priorities are? The priorities you talk about are probably the ones that are going to be the most important for your organization and affect your organization's bottom line. So on the to-do list that we have with Dr. Dawn Shop Talk, there's actually a section on the Friday to-do list on your top priorities for Monday. So that's the very first thing I do. That way, when I get to work Monday, especially with my 53-year-old brain, sorry guys, but I never stuff like I used to. Those of you in your 20s, 30s, and 40s, please enjoy it, because it does change a little bit, I have to say. So I love, while it's fresh in my mind, writing that down. When I get to work Monday morning, then I feel prepared. And right now, as we're working from home, there is no better feeling than to grab your coffee and you come to your home office and you already know, oh, that's right. These are the 3 things I want to make sure I get done by the end of the day.
Well, and I like so much that on Friday, once you take the time to do that, you close that planner, you close that computer, you walk away from your office, whether that's in your home right now or somewhere else.
Absolutely.
And wash your hands, so to speak of it, clear your mind and enjoy your weekend. And then you know that you aren't scrambling when you go back to your office on Monday morning and pick up the planner. Oh my goodness, I forgot, about the meeting. It's just, for instance, these Monday morning huddles that you and I do. You and I are both early birds, but let's face it, it's still early and it still takes some prep. Well, if I just came running in here in my pajama bottoms at 6:30 and wasn't dressed and prepared and, whatever, or had not taken some time on Sunday to
Right.
be prepared, it could be kind of unorganized.
Absolutely. And if you feel frazzled on Monday, you guys, it's going to set the tone for the whole week. That's one of the reasons I love Mondays, because work affects us in so many other areas, right? If we have a terrible Monday, it's kind of easy to take it out on our loved ones or feel depressed and frustrated with ourselves. So if we can set the tone for the week on Monday, we're going to feel really good during the work week. We're going to have a very happy Friday. And then we are going to be able to enjoy the weekend. And Michelle, that's an excellent point. We have to recharge. Even those of us working from home, and so many of us are right now, you've got to be able to separate your work life from your family life, your personal life. So if you are having work kind of bleed into everything and you don't get a break, that's not great either. Right. So having on Sunday is very important to get Monday started on the right foot. And here's another tip. You don't want to prep Sunday night. Don't do that to yourself. Do you know when I come into my office and look at that to-do list, I look at that on a Sunday afternoon. I don't want to do that Sunday night. Sunday night, I want to have dinner with my husband. I want to watch a great movie on Netflix, right? I don't want to be working Sunday night. I want to take care of this on a Sunday afternoon where, again, it's not overwhelming and I feel like I'm cutting into my weekend time. Now, another important tip on number one on that first step is your to-do list should also include your calendar. You guys, whether you keep a paper calendar or whether you keep a calendar on your cell phone or on your computer, do not wait until Monday morning to double check to see when your first meeting is. I'm telling you, this technique has saved me. Sunday afternoons, I will look at that calendar and I'm like, oh, that's right. That meeting got moved up to 8 a.m. It doesn't start at 8:30. So if my meeting starts at 8, even though I go to work at 7:30, I might want to get to work at 7 because what if I'm responsible for prepping for that meeting? So knowing on Sunday afternoon that I have an earlier meeting on Monday that I might have forgotten about on Friday, it's good to look at that. That way you can adjust what time you get up on that Monday morning. And again, you're not frazzled. And to Michelle's point about being an early bird, y'all, you know, I confessed this the other day. She is the natural early bird. This go-getter right here. I have to really work on it. So that's why I've joked that I'm named Dawn because I like to stay up till dawn. I don't like to get up at dawn. Right? But the reason I do, you guys, is I know my Monday is going to be horrible and I'm going to have a terrible start for the week if I feel too rushed. So I want to feel relaxed. I want to enjoy that Monday morning. I want to enjoy my cup of coffee, not worry about traffic because I've gotten up early enough to handle all of that. So step one is really going to help you get that off to the right foot because you've reviewed your important to-dos on Sunday afternoon and you've already looked at your calendar. So there'll be no surprises on Monday. Other than the fact that the electricity might go out, you may have no internet service like what we experienced last Monday.
Yeah, that's right. All that we can do to be prepared outside of the uncontrollables.
Right. That's right.
Yeah, it makes things go a whole lot smoother every day of the week, but especially days. Number two is very important for us ladies, particularly. So tell us about that.
Another reason that I like to be prepared for Monday, and that includes Sunday, is because, again, ladies and gentlemen, I just don't want to feel rushed. And for example, my husband doesn't have to accessorize for work. He wears kind of like the company logo shirt and pants, jeans, khakis, those kinds of things. But he's gotten this habit too, and that is on Sunday, in 60 minutes or less, that's all the time you need, go ahead and prepare for what you need for work in terms of what you have to wear. So even though using my husband as an example, he may not have to worry about maybe dressing up as much as I do for work. And he doesn't like to accessorize like I do either. You know, who wants to be rummaging around in your closet or in your laundry room trying to figure out, did I wash those shirts? Do I have 5 pairs of pants that are clean for the week? So ladies, especially, if you like to accessorize like I do, and I know my beautiful friend Michelle does, you want to take just an hour, and I promise you it does not take longer than an hour. Go ahead and pick out your outfits on Sunday. And what I do is I have those outfits in my closet. And then each of those outfits, because I do like to wear my earrings and my necklaces and things like that, I take a Ziploc bag, an inexpensive Ziploc bag. I put my earrings, my necklace, my bracelets, whatever that may be, put it in the Ziploc for that outfit, poke it through the hanger, and hang that up in my closet. I'm telling you, there is nothing better than waking up on Monday knowing you already have your outfit for the week. Now, when my daughter was a teenager, I tried to get her to do the same thing. She fought me on it a little bit because she said, Mom, I don't know what kind of mood I'm going to be in. I was just cracking up laughing. But I thought, you know what? I know what she's talking about. What if you wake up and it's a little chillier that day than you think that it was going to be, right? Or maybe you're not in the mood for that particular outfit. But another topic is how to really streamline your closet so you love everything in your closet. Pick those 5 outfits and go ahead and switch things around. If you've got 5 outfits you love and you decide, you know what, it's going to rain on Tuesday. Okay, I'm going to wear those long boots on Tuesday instead of my open-toed shoes, which I was going to wear Thursday. I'm going to switch those. Because again, I've got 5 outfits to choose from, and I'm already going to know I love those outfits. They're clean, they're ready to go in the closet. And if I feel like Thursday's outfit's on Tuesday, then I can switch that easily. But it prevents you from trying to run around and figure out, did I wash this? Do I have that? Oh, that jacket, I would love that. Oh, but that's right, I forgot to fix that one button. Okay, can't wear that. Let me wear this instead. So I'm telling you, it's a great technique. It takes me now 30 to 45 minutes. But when I first started, I got it done in an hour. 1 hour on Sunday, ladies, will prepare you for the entire week.
And what a good feeling, again, not to scrambling to figure out what to wear. I think that when we are more put together, we are more confident.
Yes.
And that shows. We feel more confident and that it exudes itself externally. And then we are perceived to be more confident and again, more put together. And we're earning even additional credibility. I mean, if you showed, either one of us showed up all frumpled and had rushed in and had not put any sort of thought into our appearance or, anything at all, I think that just makes a big difference. And particularly as leaders, when we are leading teams, whether it be in a Zoom meeting like, we're all dealing with currently, or whether it be standing at the front of a large conference room with others, eyes on us, and folks can generally and genuinely, I'm trying to put those words together, tell when we've kind of put ourselves together and taken some time. And we have so much influence over those who follow us.
And this is a technique I developed years ago, and it was really kind of funny when I would share this with my staff, especially with my ladies. They would look at me and go, Dr. Hamby, really? Do you really plan your? I said, I know. It's a sickness, y'all. But I promise if you do this one time, you'll never go back. And several of my staff have tried it and have loved it. Now, some of my friends would joke about, oh gosh, Dawn, are you saying you plan every outfit? I said, well, I don't plan Saturday and Sunday, so I am a little flexible. It really does help. One thing too, I've learned over the years, I love doing research on what entrepreneurs and millionaires and billionaires, people who are really, really successful, what do they do? What do they do differently with the same 24 hours that the rest of us have? And in fact, that's going to be the subject of our Monday morning huddle next week, is my top 5 tips and tricks from the world's entrepreneurs, the most successful people out there. What are some of the things that they do? And best practices, if you will. And one of the techniques they do is they don't wait till the last minute. And if you guys don't know this, there are some human resource managers out there that can tell you that when people come in for an interview and they're sitting there in the lobby getting ready to be interviewed, they'll even check their shoes. Your shoes might even make a difference. If they're really scuffed or worn out and you're dressed from the top down, but your shoes are in horrible condition, it can be noticed. And it's something that people might notice more than you think. So on my tips and tricks, which by the way, will be available on our website after the show today, I mentioned shoes. Ladies, you really might want to go ahead and get that shoe bag. And I have a shoe bag that keeps 10 pairs of shoes, and it's just hanging right there in my closet. So when I pick out those outfits, I go ahead and put my shoes in that kind of some order to kind of go with those outfits. Even if I'm going to use those shoes more than once that week, at least it's right there. And guess what that does for you? It gives you a chance to look at those shoes. What if those shoes are a little damaged? Oh gosh, maybe I don't need to wear that pair for that really big meeting I've got Wednesday. So again, you're prepared, you're not rushed, and you're really going to look put together and feel great about it.
Well, and particularly for those of us who wear heels, how many times have we knocked the tap off of the heel and you're
Absolutely.
click,
Yes.
click. So it's good to notice. I might not need to walk into the interview with every other step clicking.
Exactly. Absolutely.
I mean, we've all done it. We have all done it. Or all scuffed up on the toes,
Yes.
hard and fast walker. So I'm hard on shoes. Good points. We could go on and on about those clothes. Well,
absolutely.
About eating, because meal planning is very significant. And of course, there's a lot of talk about meal planning in general currently, just because of an emphasis on health and cooking healthier. Not that I always do it. But how does that play into helping us have a better Monday and a better week?
Absolutely. That's my step 3, is really to think about meal planning for the week. If you do this, especially on Sunday for the week ahead, you can take a look at what you've got in that refrigerator. And to me, especially because I am a coffee drinker, as y'all can tell, okay, to me, there is no better way to start your Monday than to walk into your kitchen with your fuzzy robe and your fuzzy socks and your pajamas, and that coffee is already brewing. And guess why it's already done by the time you walk in there? Because you pre-programmed that coffee pot, or if you use a Keurig, you've got everything set up. The coffee cup is there. I'm responsible for the coffee in our household. My husband knows. My wife needs caffeine, okay? It would be a little scary to see me without caffeine, although kind of like this without caffeine, which is actually scary too. But that's but I love starting my day with my cup of coffee in hand. So if I again had to scrounge around and go, oh my gosh, are you serious? Are we out of coffee? Are we out of creamer? Because I didn't set that up Sunday. That's for me. My week is not going to start off on the right foot if that's how it starts. So meal planning includes having your breakfast, the first 2 meals, breakfast and lunch. Go ahead and have that in your refrigerator. Now, working from home, of course, we have a little bit more flexibility. We can fix ourselves a sandwich and those kinds of things. But you guys, in my world, as director of apprenticeship, there are many times where we have a meeting at the last minute, right? Because exciting things are happening. Well, I want to be available. If I have to go ahead and prepare lunch, then I'm not available for that meeting. Or if that meeting runs into, say, 12:30 or 1, and I haven't even started preparing lunch, again, it's probably going to make me hangry. What do they say? Hangry, right? Yeah. You're tired, all those things. So I don't want that to affect my day. So on Sundays, I go ahead and I don't prepare the entire week, but I'm going to make sure I've got my coffee ready for the next day, and I'm going to make sure I have my container. My container is going to have either my breakfast, lunch, or both. And when I do go back to the office, one of the things I love doing is bringing in my lunchbox, right? Now, it saves you on your budget not to eat out all the time. But also what I like doing is knowing that I've got my lunch already in the refrigerator means that I can grab it and go. And let's say a colleague wants to get together for lunch. It doesn't prevent me from having a kind of impromptu lunch with a colleague. That's great. Or if the office is going to order in, I want to be able to participate with everybody in that. What it does do, though, is because I have that lunch in the fridge, that's my backup. I've had situations where a colleague and I decide to have lunch together. We're going to grab a quick bite, but something happens to my schedule or theirs. Oh, great. Now, because I don't have that backup lunch in the fridge in the office, now I'm going to have to try to find something at the last minute. So again, if you meal plan at least the day before, you're not going to be caught going, oh no, I thought we were going to go to lunch today and that got canceled. Now you've got a great healthy lunch in your refrigerator, whether it's here at home or at the office. And man, that really can affect your day.
Oh, it absolutely can. And the worst thing is when you only have a few minutes to eat, say in between meetings, and you go to the refrigerator and there's either nothing there or there's there that you probably don't be eating. You might then divert over to the pantry. I think it just all goes together from a health perspective, mind, body, and soul. When we take those moments on Sunday to get ready, it can just make all the difference for sure.
Absolutely. It really does set the tone for the week. You don't start frazzled. You don't start trying to find things at the last minute. You do end up being one of the few that comes to the office feeling great, looking great. And people are like, man, how does she start her Monday that way? You can be one of those people.
Absolutely. Well, these have been just some fabulous tips. And I know you mentioned that these things and those top 5 tips that we covered working from home will be on the website. So we have the website there. And our content next Monday, we'll kind of dive into your tips that come from some of the best known entrepreneurs and millionaires. And so anything else to speak to that, Dawn?
I've always been fascinated with how people use their time. And that's kind of what the Monday Morning Huddle is all about. And that's what kind of drew me to reading about what the world's most successful people do, right? We all have the same 24 hours or 168 hours in a week. Why is it that some people seem to be able to get so much done, and then sometimes it's a struggle for others? Well, I don't think that a millionaire or billionaire is any more potentially successful than anybody else. I think that they probably are just using their time in a different way. And so over the years, I've done a lot of research on that, and it's absolutely true. So I have found that there are sort of secrets of the trade, right, that they've learned over the years, and many entrepreneurs are really passionate about sharing that with others. So that's what we're going to focus on next week. I'm going to share just 5 tips, but there's many more than 5. I'll have that available on the website, and we'll look at what are those top 5 tips and tricks, what are the techniques that some of the world's most successful people use to make use of their time. And preparing on Sunday is one of those techniques. So we won't include that since we talked about that this Monday, but we'll take a look at least 5 others that could really be helpful.
I love that. And I'm looking forward to that because I know we all want to be successful. We want to continue to grow and better ourselves and be better prepared overall. So I'm really looking forward to that content.
Absolutely.
And it has been another wonderful Monday morning huddle.
Yes,
fun.
It was so much fun.
Yes. Well, thank you to everyone who is watching and who is supporting Dr. Dawn's Shop Talk and Southern Inspirations. We are having fun with this partnership. We are loving bringing relevant, educational, informative content to you. Dawn, before we go, I do want to mention and remind people again that it's Autism Awareness Month.
Yes.
Encouraging folks to like, share, and comment on your Facebook page.
Right.
And you have a gift. In fact, I have it right here.
Wonderful.
Someone is going to win a beautiful bracelet, right? You're going to have a drawing.
I certainly am. Yes. I've been just so thrilled at the support that I've gotten on Facebook as we've launched ourselves on social media. So I definitely, in honor of National Autism Awareness Month, I wanted to give a gift to folks that supported Dr. Dawn's Shop Talk on Facebook. And so for those of you who are really great at Facebook, you probably already know that when you like a Facebook page, the person who has that page, there's a list. So I now have a list. I have over 100 likes. I have a running list of everybody who's liked our Facebook page. And from that list, I'm going to draw, and I'm actually going to film this, and we'll post this on Facebook as a live event, and I'm also going to have it on the website. But I'm going to draw out randomly one name to thank you guys so much for supporting Dr. Dawn's Shop Talk. And that person is going to win a Stella and Dot bracelet. Now, Michelle, I know you were going to talk a little bit about what that means in terms of autism awareness and the proceeds going to the Holly Rod Foundation.
Right, absolutely. And y'all, I have it right here, and I didn't get to put it on, but it's so pretty. It's got the different color little stones in it. And yes, a portion of the proceeds from the sale of this bracelet and other Stella products will go to benefit the Holly Rod Foundation. And I encourage you to look up Holly Rod Foundation online. It's a sweet family that started it, and just a wonderful organization. And they have partnered with Stella and Dot on several items, on several products, as I mentioned. But this particular bracelet is very flexible. It's just really pretty. And I just love that Dr. B has purchased this and really wants to gift this to someone. So y'all, this week, go ahead and like her page, share her page out, make a comment. As she mentioned, she's keeping up with all of those names. And did you say you will do a live draw? I know that the first week of May, we'll announce the winner. And so if you do a live draw, regardless, we will get the winner's name out there, and then we'll make sure that the winner gets this bracelet.
Absolutely.
Dr. Hamby and I both have a heart for nonprofits and giving back when we can. And since autism is something that's very near and dear to both our hearts, but particularly Dr. Dawn's, because it just fits right in with background and experience in education and so many of the individuals that she's been exposed to. She was, I know, honored and pleased to be able to support this cause. So just wanted to remind everyone to do that.
Absolutely. I feel so blessed to have worked with a special needs population for a little over 11 years of my career. And autism is very near and dear to my heart, as Michelle mentioned. So not just because I've had the privilege of working with students with special needs, but knowing personally folks who, want there to be a little bit more awareness about autism. And so just so honored. Thank you, Michelle, for the invitation to join you in this effort. It's a wonderful cause. So I'm so glad that we can do that.
Yes, absolutely. Well, with that, everyone, we will close out this week's Monday morning huddle. Stay tuned for next week and continue to content that we look to bring you. Share this video out and continue to help us as we share relevant information. I know everyone here is going to have a fabulous week because you're going to get those tips. So everybody take care, and we will see you right back here next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye.